surround sound recordings.
All right. We are back. We are back again with another edition of the NEXXTIME podcast. I'm glad everybody's tuning in. We are definitely going to get to it. I got a special guest today, guys. Before we get into that, I want to give a big shout out to everybody tuning in. Can you guys hear us clear? Can you guys hear me clear?
I can hear you.
Let me know if you guys can hear us clear. Type it in the comment section. Big shout out to Faye Bell. I see you. Let's see here. Amanda, big shout out to you. Void. We're going to get it started, man. This is the NEXXTIME podcast. Volume 20 with my special guest to the right of me, Laura, and welcome to the podcast, guys. Let's get it. All right. It's your boy Next Level. We are back again in the house with another edition of NEXXTIME. Okay. Laura, you got your audio muted over there, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. So we're going to get into it, man. This is NEXXTIME. This is the podcast. This is the podcast for the people, guys. The people like you and me, right? We're going through some things. This is where we talk about it, man. We're going to have the conversation. The person to the right of me has been a friend of mine for some time now. She hails all the way from Colorado. Going through some things, and we're just happy to see everybody that's joining us live, watching the replay. Don't forget, this is an interactive podcast, guys. This is an interactive podcast, okay? So that means this is for you, and you are a part of it. If you are watching live, if you are watching the playback, big shout out to you. Thank you for those thumbs up. You also can call us up right now if we are talking about something that you feel like you want to interject or share, or just give us your opinion on whatever the subject matter is. There is a phone number streamed along the bottom. Feel free to chime in at any time, man. I'm looking at the comments here, and Voice says peace. Laura, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, how are you doing today, guys? Void, what's up? I like that name. Void, ain't that the truth? It's just
Definitely.
Void nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody's lost. Seems everybody's lost their way.
Yeah. I mean, people are going through things, and here we are definitely going to talk about it, man. So, Laura.
The struggle through it all.
Yeah.
It's almost too much sometimes. Almost too much, guys. I'm having ups and downs. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what to make of it. Sometimes I don't question the Lord. I know He has a plan.
Right.
Oh, but wow, sometimes, He's not my friend, and I know that's awful to say. But,
okay.
Just especially the last week or so, I just haven't found any comfort. In much.
Okay.
Lately.
Okay.
Figured it's better to speak the truth than live to ignore it.
Right. That is definitely speak your truth at all times. That is what we do here on NEXXTIME. And I want to give a big shout out to Care Mayor. I see you just tuning in right now. Awakened State of Mind. Targeted in Australia. Welcome to the podcast. Let's go. Oh yeah, this is NEXXTIME. This is the best time. We are right where we need to be. Big shout out to New Creation. She says, Laura, I've been feeling so anxious too. She's been feeling so anxious too.
Yeah, there's there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of sadness, guys. I lost my boyfriend about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks almost. And God, I miss him.
Rest in peace to him. He
And
was a great
yeah,
guy. Great guy.
we Nexx used to call him Joey. He called him Joey. He's the
Oh
only one who
yeah.
got away with that.
Yeah. He was a
Yeah.
great guy, man. Awesome
Um,
guy.
yeah, I miss him a lot. So
Yeah.
it's hard. This is hard. I found myself telling people, he had a heart attack, which I don't know that. I don't know. He died in his sleep. I don't know what happened. I know that when I met him, I could tell. I mean, I recognized right away he was being hit with direct energy. There's stuff you can't, there's stuff you can't deny. And so I felt really sick and I didn't know why. And it was the lie that I was saying. I was saying, it was a heart attack or he'd had, he could say all day, but he's a tough motherfucker. That's,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's not what killed him. So what was making me sick is saying, the lie. But
Mm-hmm.
what it comes down to is I don't know. I don't know what killed him. I know I
Man.
missed. Uh,
He was a cool guy, man. He was definitely a great guy. New Creation is, she said, my condolences.
Thank
She's
you.
expressing her
Thank you.
condolences for your loss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's brutal. It's brutal. I've talked to several TIs that have lost family members and lost people.
Yeah.
And wow, yeah, I'm just in awe of what an epidemic it is.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I mean, I don't know how many people you saw like us, but from the age of 10 to 20, I saw maybe a handful, probably 4 people, actually, to be specific, that were
Okay.
like us. I didn't know what the name for it was, but like us. And from 20 to 30 was, maybe a handful more, maybe just 5 more. But from 30 to 40, I started seeing it in every family.
Yeah.
Like, one in every. And now it's just rampant. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. And been doing support calls for a little while now.
Okay.
And, we were getting maybe like one a week when I started doing them a year ago, I think. And now there's like 10 a day on a busy, 10 new TIs.
Mm.
Up, realizing, just waking up, just the first other TI they've talked to. And I remember at that stage, you remember that stage?
Oh
You
yeah.
remember you just
Yeah.
barely,
I
yeah,
had I had no support calls or
no
nobody to
support calls.
call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And so, yeah, no support line to call.
Right. Or if there was, I didn't know about it. Like
Yeah,
didn't really know about it. So I think it's very important that we have platforms like this where we can actually get the information out to people and let them know that yes, there are support calls.
yeah.
There's
In fact, the
conference calls going
24,
on.
yeah, the
Yeah.
hotline number is 503
Mm-hmm.
308
Mm-hmm.
691. And
Okay.
somebody will get back with you, definitely get back with you. That's for like first time TIs that can call, and we can hopefully hook them up with somebody in their area, or
Okay.
just by a phone call. Just talking to another TI is very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's validating. You realize, okay, you know,
Oh yeah.
um, yeah, because you can watch videos and you can see stuff out there, but when you meet a TI in person, it is powerful.
Oh yeah.
Um, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have done this
Okay.
last couple weeks if I didn't have TIs
Mm.
in my area that stopped by. That my friend Linda, she came by right away. She um, just saved me. I was not functional, so it was amazing to have. And my phones were, well, what happened was that day my phone doubled all my contacts and then tripled, and then I had 11 of each person in my contacts, so my phone was dying really fast.
Okay.
So I couldn't call anybody.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
but she just knew. I mean, she just came over. She just came over anyway, and I had several TIs visit me.
Okay. Okay.
That week, bring me food. It was it was it was amazing. And let me tell you, if I hadn't had that, I don't know what I would have done.
Okay.
So big time powerful to reach out to another TI, and you don't have to do it in person. You could always reach out, on the phone.
Right. Definitely, definitely. I just want to give a big shout out to Lover of Truth. She says, "Hi, Nexx and Laura Ann. Welcome to the podcast." Big shout out to you, Lover of Truth. She says, "Yep, I lost my bro in 2007.
I'm so sorry.
He is the one that woke me up." Let's see here. Caramare, big shout out to Caramare. She says, "Yeah, my mom passed last year."
I've heard so many of these stories.
Yeah.
People losing their mother, and what saddens me is, my grandmother also, she had made some comments to the, other people's mothers. And I'm talking 92-year-old lady that uses magnets and calls this full moon deficiency is what she calls this.
Okay.
So, people know what's going on. They can feel it. Lots of people can feel it. There's 40,000 people that on a website, a petition to Congress that believe this is bird mites. And you can't talk to them about direct energy. They're trying to stay credible.
Yeah. Well, that's like credible to who? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like I don't understand that whole word. When you're dealing with this program and you're going through certain things, like who are we trying to be credible for? You know what I mean?
No, credulous, I would say.
I don't understand that, honestly. I really don't.
Well, this is the society we've made. This is by the time, unfortunately, a lot of times people don't call the hotline until they're homeless, and by then we can't help them. Like, I can't help them from 2 states away.
Right.
So it's frustrating. That's why I encourage TIs to team up if you can. We're going to need a family. We're going to need I don't want to use the word army, but we're going to need. It's easier to spot. I don't use the word perp, but it's easier to spot people that aren't for your MO when you're in a group.
Okay. So Laura, I want to ask you a couple questions, man. When did you first discover, about this whole organized stalking thing? Like, when did you first find out that this was a real thing?
Well, I was told, but I didn't believe it. So I was told a few years before I actually looked into it. I had to have a lot of weird things happen. I had to lose everything again. And so 2017 was the eclipse. And that day I realized, like everything I'd ever learned was not real.
Okay.
I don't know, in that 2 minutes, I don't know why it happened that day. I mean, I just realized that things aren't how they seem, I'm not a bad guy.
Okay.
But I knew that since I was very little, I knew that I thought I had a curse. I used to call it the it.
Okay.
So,
how did you discover that there was an organized stalking program? Like, what was it that you found? Was it a video or a website or?
No, it was Neil's song at first.
Really? Big shout out to Neil.
Yeah, I came across his song and it saved my life one night. I cried. I mean, it's a sadder song, but I thought, wow, somebody made this song. Somebody's going through it as well. I just couldn't believe it. And I can't remember what I was looking up. I was looking up songs and more gallons. I think I looked up more gallons. But
Okay. Okay.
yeah, so but how I finally found the gang stalking term and the gang stalking videos was
Yes. Yes.
family betrayal is what I looked up. Family betrayal,
Okay. Okay.
and that's what led me to it. Yeah, interesting. But then,
Do you remember the first video that you watched?
yeah, it was Ella Freeze.
Big
I
shout out
want
to
to
Ella.
say, yeah, I want to say it was Kendra Locke, I think. You know the yeah, and when you identify with one of her videos, you know Ella has a video for everybody. You know everybody can identify with one of her, you know, interviews. And
Okay. Okay.
Kendra Locke, I know was the one that I was just dropping my jaw, going, "Oh my gosh!" Like, "Oh my gosh, this is actually a thing."
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing for me. 2017 was the year that I discovered, like, okay, that there's something really happening here. It's not just a stroke of bad luck or a great cloud following me for my whole life, and all of this stuff that's happening. Some people behind the scenes, like, you know what I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
making things happen.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to Maxie Van Joy. I see you. Alliance of Light guys, welcome to the podcast. We're just getting started. Yeah. This is the Next Time podcast, guys. This is the Next Time podcast. It's the best time. It's an interactive podcast for you, for the people. A podcast for the people, okay?
Podcast for
That's
people.
right, for the people, just like me,
For
you,
the
just
credit.
like Laura. Right. When we're just gonna have the conversation, it's a safe place to have the conversation here. And this is just what we do, man. And we got some amazing people that's joining us live. Guys, remember, if you this is an interactive podcast. If you guys care to chime in, there's a phone number that's streaming down below. You can call us up. We can patch you right in live on the podcast here. Um, Actually, somebody had a comment. I think it was New Creation. They wanted to know where you were from, Laura.
Colorado.
Colorado.
Colorado, yeah. And I summered in Idaho on the farm. And I
Okay.
bought, well, I didn't buy it. Then I was going to buy a farm that my family had owned since the 1800s
Okay.
and fixed it up. And that didn't happen. That went to hell. I could just say it. That all went to shit. My dad decided to sell after I'd fixed it up, and I moved bitterly back to Denver. Three
Okay.
times the rent and three times the headache. But I was in heaven in Idaho, even if it was still going on. I was. That's the way to go. Your own water, well, acreage. That's what it's all about. I think it's like I don't know if people have done a search for ghost mortgages or asset stripping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Algorithm censorship. Yeah, I've had good luck talking to people that don't know about this.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Those words, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, Laura, so off of that first video that you saw, you said it was an interview with Ella Free, right?
Yeah.
That you
Yeah, Kendra.
okay.
Yeah.
So what in that interview did you relate to that was like, okay, that made you open your eyes? What did you hear in that
Well,
interview?
I think she had something with U-Haul where they put a whole bunch of boxes
Okay.
in front of her house. Like they
Oh,
did the same thing with me. When I got the truck for U-Haul, they delivered a whole bunch of boxes, and I'm talking a truckload of boxes
okay.
to my house that I didn't order, and I had to get them back, and then it rained, and it was a fiasco. But they
Really?
blocked my entrance, to my house with them. They did the same thing to her, I think, if I recall correctly. There was a lot of similarities. I mean, they cut all the pockets out of her jeans. Oh no, I think that was Kennedy. I think that might have been somebody else. Anyway, yeah, they cut the pockets out of all my jeans.
Okay.
Stuff like that's gone on my whole
Wow.
life. So, like, when I do laundry, even if I move to other sides of town, You know, I can move to different sides of town, but when I do laundry, usually my stuff's taken and stuff's put back in there, things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I've
the
had a couple physical assaults before.
oh
In the mall, I
man,
assault where a guy ripped my panties off,
what?
and I had just a long sundress on. I was
Oh
like
my
19,
God.
and my friends, just sat there screaming. Yeah, the point of that story though is I got 2 free years of self-defense classes from Westminster PD.
Okay.
And I met a lot of cool people there, and I'm confident I can take care of myself now. So that's the point of the story.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah, it wasn't odd. It was odd. It
Wow.
was an odd
Where
thing.
was the security? Like some guy just
It's
came up to you
it's
and just
all no.
ripped.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know what that was. That was weird.
Wow.
I've had a lot of weird stuff like that,
Wow.
but nothing further than that. I've been real lucky compared to
Hmm.
the stories I've heard.
Right, right. I mean, we all have went through some things, and
Yeah,
and that is definitely a thing about this whole organized stalking program. Everybody's situation is unique in its own right. And if you ask me, a lot of people compare their situations, and they say, well, if you didn't go through what I went through, then
too
you're not
much.
real, and this is not
Yeah, too much.
happening, and
I don't
that
think
is
I don't think
definitely,
any of us are professionals. Like how would we, to judge if somebody's going through it or not is
yeah,
that's kind of a, I don't know. You have to think a lot of yourself.
right. But I think that you have to keep an open mind, especially when discussing these issues, or and conversing amongst other TIs. You have to keep an open mind, and know that you can only speak from experience, speak from your situation, and not cast judgment on others, because
Mm,
a situation can go in a
yeah,
different
that
direction really quick,
real quick. Yeah,
really quick.
real quick.
Now, you said earlier
Yep.
that you were, doing support calls, and I think that is very awesome.
Yeah.
Because a lot of TIs are afraid to even talk to each other.
Wow, that's amazing, guys, because this is a powerful thing. And I mean, to talk to a new TI, like somebody that's never, they're just, and they found the number somewhere, on the internet. They don't really remember where, and they're, you know, it was, they're hard for them to think about the website they even found it on. So they're from all over the country, like all over the country. People, I mean, their job, or they don't know why everything's going to shit. They don't understand it.
Right.
And to go back to that place, it is hard. It's a hard thing to do. But to go back to that place is important, I think, to remember once in a while. It's also important to help another TI out. Sometimes they're at a critical place. Usually, when they call the support call, they're pretty, you know,
Yeah.
they're there. They're in that place where we all have been, where you're ready to tear your hair out. I mean, you're ready to tear your hair out.
Oh yeah.
And
Definitely, man.
so if we can get anybody, before they tear their hair out, before they get in trouble, or
Hmm. And
yeah,
I think it's awesome that you found Ella Free's video as your first video, because
wow, and
I've never heard that before. That's a first for
wow,
me, to find Ella Free's video. So right away, you learn that Ella Free has a conference call that she
yep,
does. Well, back then it was on TalkShoe, right?
yep, yep,
And she does it every Tuesday and Thursday.
yep,
And so right away, is that how you got
yep.
involved
I was
in
hooked right away.
the
I
conference calls?
volunteered. Mhm.
Okay.
Right, yep. Right away, I volunteered. Right away, I wanted to be a part of making things. Uh oh. Looks like we lost your connection.
Oh no, we're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Right away, I wanted to, I was like, this needs to be, this needs to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanted to do some kind of activism, right? You wanted to
Yes.
to fight back and
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So
We did T-Day, the 29th. Now, we did not do activism because we talked about this last night, too. We didn't know each other. And I'm not about to do activism with people I don't know. So we did a
okay.
pool party. Yeah, we did a pool party.
That's awesome.
Yeah, at my complex. I rented, it didn't cost me anything, but I rented the pool house.
Okay.
Anyway, and gave away shirts. This was one of them. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Targeted
And
Individual Day.
yeah, Joe was there, and I had 2 people working the door, but we had 6 show up.
Okay.
In the photo. There's a lot that couldn't come, or they had disasters, which I had disasters before that day. They were paving the roads, and I had to bring all the ice and everything over across the street.
Okay.
I had to walk. It was just ridiculous. Nobody could park because they would pave the roads. It was still fun. It was cool. I did heart balloons
Okay.
out to the street so people could just follow the love in.
Okay. Okay. That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I talked to somebody that was worried about going to a group in person because
Yeah.
they didn't want to bring their targeting upon the group. And I had to laugh a little bit. Don't worry about that, guys.
Yeah, everybody's going through something.
I know, everybody's going through something. We don't worry about that. If we're meeting in person, we're good.
Right.
We're confident. We usually meet at the library, but
yeah.
We've had some pretty good experiences doing that.
Oh yeah. Definitely. So Ella Free was basically the first conference call that you started to call, and then after
first, I want to say, yeah, the first one. I don't know why I feel like a mother can bring us there, but I do.
Okay.
Moms care about their kids.
Right. Oh, the good mothers do. Not all moms.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm learning that. Not all moms. Not all moms.
Oh yeah. So after the Ella Free conference call, because a lot of TIs on YouTube, they don't know, that they're having these conference calls on these, on these platforms, TalkShoe, freeconferencecall.com. Who are some of the other conference calls that you?
Okay, so we got a lot of them. We've got.
Wait. Before we go through the list, okay. I want to know who were some of the first conference calls that you started to call once you learned about this. That you started to get involved with.
Neil was a website. I can't get his website.
Okay.
And so I see that as a sign of, anytime it's hard, I try to, I go the extra mile. So I did finally find his call.
Okay.
And I really liked his call because, it was a free, open chat.
Like an open forum. Everybody can just talk and. Okay.
So, and then I migrated. Yeah, I migrated to a couple different calls. But I keep coming back to Neil's and Ella's.
Okay.
I do. I mean, I love Greg's call, but boy, the negativity has gotten a little bit thick.
On the conference calls?
Yeah.
You care to talk about anything or any specific situations that went down?
Joe, you know what Joe used to say to me? He said this to me. He says, I might be a TI, but I'm not like the whiny babies you hang out with. And I've got to appreciate that. Okay. I see what he meant by that. Some people, all people, like I love all TIs, but some people seem to like to relive their trauma.
Yeah.
And
over and over again.
I would like to just not talk about what they do. I would like to talk about what we're going to do.
Right. 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 That's awesome. That is awesome. Hold
Hard
up,
to
Lauren.
veer
That is awesome. That is super awesome.
it's hard to veer it, like you don't want to sway people's.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember, when I first found out about the conference calls, um, man, who was the first conference call that I called? I'm not sure who was the first. I think it might have been Ella. I think it might have been Ella for me too. Um, but you know what I did, Laura? Like, it might have been Ella. I think it might have been Ella. A matter of fact, I didn't even know whose call was who. Like there was just certain TIs that I started to communicate with, and they're like, "Yo, it was a conference call." I think shout out to Louis Rowe. He put me
Yeah,
onto big shout out to him. He put
yeah.
me onto a lot of conference calls. He was like, "Yeah, it's a conference call," and I'm like, "What is that?" So he gave me the number, and I would call in, and I would, how they mute the room. I'd be in there talking like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, can anybody hear me?
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, and they'd just be in there talking and sound directed energy weapons, blah, 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 and I'm like, "Hey, yo, what's up?" And nobody heard a word. Nobody heard anything I was saying.
I know, no, that's happened to me quite often. Like, the New Year's deal. I was supposed to, yeah, that's happened to me often. Like, my mic just goes out at random. I have 5 different ones that I switch out, but I've been censored online for years.
Yeah,
I don't, I
yeah,
don't do a lot of social media, although I just did Instagram,
yeah.
started Instagram, but I still don't understand it.
Oh yeah,
Tried to
oh
post
yeah.
something about let's mention the balloon deal. Okay, so we have a balloon launch, and this is activism you can do from your house on St. Patrick's Day. Let a balloon go on St. Patty's Day. You can write whatever message you want to tell the world about targeting,
Mm,
um, loved ones you've lost, or anything. Links, good links, whatever. And exactly 1 o'clock on St. Patty's Day, we're going to let a green balloon go. You never know. I hope I see 17 of them here in Denver in the air at 1 o'clock.
alrighty, dighty. Yeah,
Well,
yeah. That's a
at
great
17.
idea.
Yeah. So, well, that's it's not my idea, but I like it. As far as activism, it's something that it's something maybe people do. Maybe you'll have a neighbor that lets a green balloon go. You never
Okay,
know.
okay. Alrighty, dighty, man. So let's see here, man. Let's get into these comment
One
sections
o'clock,
here.
your time.
Yeah, yeah, because they have the time difference. Everywhere is a different time, but
So
I think
that'll
that's I think that's a pretty cool idea.
yeah. So that'll be, let me see, 11 o'clock here. 11 o'clock Mountain Time.
Okay. Alrighty, dighty.
Well, what can you do?
We can do. We can
What
put
can we all do?
keep putting one foot in front of the other, and try to keep up spirit, and and understand that there is a bright light at the end of the tunnel. Always,
What's your bright light?
always. What's my bright light?
Hmm.
You don't see it shining on me right now.
No, what's your
Next
light at the
time.
end of the tunnel, though? Your light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, what's that
Well,
look forward to?
it's my hopes. It's my hopes and my dreams. I want to actually help people. You know what I mean? Like I want to really get out here and really help people, man, and show people that just because we have been faced with these situations, that doesn't mean life has to end for us. Unless we decide to, unless we get in bed and put the covers over our head. But for me, it's going to be different than anybody else. Like I'm going to continue to do what I do, to follow my passion, to follow my dream. But on
Yeah.
top of that, to travel, to, get this movement started. I can't say too much on the podcast right
Yeah.
now, but I have a lot of things that,
Yeah.
that I'm pushing
Next has
for.
his
And
path. He follows his path better than anybody I know.
I just, if you have a goal, I would rather focus on the goal instead of focus on, well,
Yeah.
they're hitting me with this, they're outside, they're doing this, they're doing that, that's such and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I
Yeah,
know what to do. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
No, but it's, and we've got so many new TIs coming into the community. People, um, yeah, need to realize, and I was told that, oh, I went on the calls and the people weren't very nice or something, but I listened to the calls this week. I listened to all different calls, and I didn't see that. I felt like people were pretty nice to the newcomers and,
That's awesome.
pretty, patient, because you do have to be patient with newbies. You remember, if you can think back to when you were just figuring this out, it was like, oh, it's like
Yeah,
you want to yell it from the mountain tops,
yeah,
this is going on.
right.
It's not effective. It's not,
Definitely, definitely.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I just remember, when I first figured out, that this was an actual thing and it was happening to me, and I wasn't crazy, and it was a huge burden lifted off my shoulder, but at the same time, it was bittersweet, because it was a lot like trying to process, what was happening and why things was happening the way it was, and what am I going to do moving forward. And I was in a victim mentality and always afraid and always, and I didn't really have anybody. There was no live streams like this going on. There was no, the closest thing that I saw on YouTube back then was Dr. Paul Marco. Big shout to him, rest in peace to him. He has a channel, Pinecone Utopia, and
Yeah.
that's where I first discovered Dr. Catherine Horton, and Ramona D was on there, and Dr. Eric Karlstrom, and they had live streams that they were doing. And big shout out to him, man, for being brave, and for them putting that forum out there. And that was pretty much the only live stream that I saw that was covering this stuff and was even talking about it, but they were getting into the technical aspects of it, and, which really helped me because, there was a chat room going on and everybody was in there and everybody was typing up. And that's actually where I met, where I came across Cyber Reconnaissance. Big shout out to her. She was the first TI that I actually, conversated with, and through
Really?
emails and text messages. Do you remember the first TI that you actually connected with, Laura?
Yes, and I'm so lucky. And yes, and I am so lucky for her and grateful for her. She's not Linda EMF Linda, and she's not Linda Goldthorpe. She is Linda. Well, she is Linda Goldthorpe. She's not Linda Costanza. Is what I meant to say. Linda Goldthorpe. Yes.
Okay, okay. Are you
And
guys are
and
you guys
and you
still
know what?
cool?
We missed each other twice. We were supposed to meet once, and then I forgot my phone, and yeah, it was a fiasco. Then the second time, and then I almost bagged it. I almost was like, this is too, but I didn't, and we are good friends now. Like, wow, we're good friends, and if I didn't have her, I don't know what I would do.
Mm, that is awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. I gotta hit the button on that. That's awesome. Definitely, definitely. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is Next Time. This is the best time. This is the podcast for the people, guys. We are just getting things cracking off. I am your host, Next Level. To the right of me is my great, great friend, Laura Ann. She hails all the way from Colorado. Big shout out to every TI out there in Colorado, man.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to all my Colorado TIs.
Oh yeah, definitely,
They're awesome. They
definitely.
are awesome.
We covered a couple things here. We talked a little bit briefly about conference calls and how we found out about that. I mean, like I want to say how many months went by. I don't even know how many months went by. It had to be like 6 months after I found out about this whole program that I even knew that they were conference calls or anything like that. And this is, I'm not sure if too many TIs know about this, especially the TIs on YouTube, because there's different pockets. You have you have a bunch of TIs on these conference calls who don't even get on YouTube, or they might not have internet access, or they might do. You have TIs on Facebook.
Mhm.
Facebook is extremely compromised. There's a lot of pervy stuff that happens on there, on all of these sites, on all of these platforms. But at the same time, there are real true TIs out there that I would suggest to connect with somebody, to defeat this isolation, because this isolation is a big part of this, it's a big part of the program that they do.
Yeah.
And I know
Yeah.
with me, I grew up, isolated, and I've been pretty much isolated my whole life. I had periods of time where I was out and about, and I was placed in situations, and I thought people were my friends and all of this stuff. But then we live and we learn, you know.
Yeah.
Has this
Yeah.
isolation been a factor with you at all?
For about
No?
6 months. Yeah, for about 6 months I did. I isolated and I watched all those videos. I isolated and I wasn't, yeah, I was scared to death. I was
Yeah.
scared. For about 6 months I wasn't going to leave the house. Basically thought my life was over. I mean, how am I going to recover from this? This isn't something I can recover from. This isn't something I've heard, people recover. I was just, yeah, I was like, whoa. There's a certain point, though, I think you go, okay, I'm not going to let this, you know, win.
Right. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. But everybody handles things different.
Yeah.
There's some people who think that everybody is a perp, or everybody is targeting them, and everybody is after them, and such. And I can't speak on anybody else's situation. Like, I can only give them a listening ear and an open mind and a caring heart, to relate to others when we do speak about this. There's some people who will say, "Oh no, that's not happening," or "You're crazy, you're paranoia," and such and such. So I think it's really, really important that we be selective with who we connect with,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody is not a perp.
Yeah,
Everybody's not
everybody.
against
I
you.
know on the calls, I'll always say, well, you could reach out to another TI, and then
Yeah.
you'll hear a TI go, well, but it could be a perp, and then I'll go, it might not be, and then you'll hear,
Right.
well, it could be because I heard my friend had this experience. It's like, but might not be. Yes,
Right.
it's true. It might be, but it might not be.
Right. And
You
it
know,
just might not be.
if you don't take a chance, you'll never know, I guess.
Right.
So there you go. I mean, that cuts your chances a lot of surviving, in my opinion, because um, I don't know. I have lost my life more times over than I care to count, which I did count 16 times. I've lost everything, but I've started over more times than, and
Yeah. I know the feeling, man. I've been there.
you do. And
Yeah. I've been going through some things too. I could definitely relate to you on that one.
I mean, it's like, damn, yeah, and it's. I always say it's kind of odd to talk to you when I talk to you because, okay, so I remember before this happened. I remember that, like, when you try hard at things, you can excel at them. You can, do better. And I don't think you ever had that experience. So,
What experience are you talking about?
well, like when you try harder at something, you excel in it because things turn out the same almost, no matter what. Do you know what I mean?
Can you get a little bit in depth with it a
Okay,
little bit
so what
more?
I mean is, when you're targeted, it's harder to accomplish stuff, than, like I used to call it, a default or a defect or a something. Oh yeah, I can't hear you though.
Well, I definitely know that they do put, a lot of obstacles in our way
In your way.
of whatever goal it is, or they like to throw wrenches in the toolbox here and there, and you
Yeah.
know, I can definitely relate to that for sure,
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
it's just I don't think you remember before this is all. You don't. So that sucks. And there's a lot of people out there that don't. A lot of people targeted since birth. I'm finding out.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah. I mean, well, just coming into it, you go through a lot of changes as the more you learn, and the more you learn, you can think about your situation, and you can think about what happened to you and what you went through. And it's something that I would say, me personally, that you could pray about, right, and ask God to show you and reveal to you what has been your path and what necessarily is your situation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Following your path sometimes is a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice.
Yeah, it's also a choice, right?
It's a choice.
Because you can stay in the corner and cry, and be
Yeah.
afraid and never go outside and don't talk to people, or you can be nasty and mean to people, or everything is a choice,
Yeah.
right? Or you
Yeah.
could just choose the high road, or you could just choose to go your path. But I guarantee you, if it's the path that God has led for you, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You just got to take each step in faith.
Yeah.
And some people in this program, their brain is programmed to always go to the negative, right? And that's where
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
not.
That might be what it is. They're programmed to always go to negative.
Yeah, some people are. But you can always, I don't care what any program is. Like if you have a program on your computer or whatever it is, a program in your mind, you can always change. It's all about mindset. It's all about the vision that you see, or the vision that you have set for yourself, or the goal. If you want to walk in the path that God has for you, it's definitely not to be mean and negative and hateful and always sketchy, and thinking everybody is this and that and such, and you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
getting up and walking every day in faith,
Hmm.
you know.
Oh, and that's hard. Walk in faith. It is hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to trust. Um, sometimes,
I
you
mean,
know.
if you could tell yourself it's hard, then
Well, so I'm
and
just
if you
having a
believe
harder
it.
time this week, and yeah, I'm just having a harder time with it. With it these last few days.
I get it.
Yeah, oh, geez. I don't know, man. It's been a long life. Been a long life.
Yeah, man, and you got a lot of life left, Laura.
Yeah,
It's gonna get better, man. I promise you that. It's gonna get
yeah.
better.
That's what people keep saying. It'll get better.
It will.
It was better. I mean, he did make it go away, but he made it better. Like, it wasn't so hard. Everything wasn't so hard.
All right, so you want to talk about like your upbringing, like where what types of things you went through growing up, and how things was for you back then when you
Um,
was a little girl.
well, I could tell you that I believe my targeting started from Bishop. I got fired when I was 7. I didn't know what I had seen, but I told the teacher, and that's where I believe it stems from. But you know, anyway, this man got a conviction a couple of years ago,
Okay.
um, and due to something that was shared in a women's group, and that's why I think it's important for people to. Stories are important. I mean, your testimony is important.
Okay.
Um, you never know. In each testimony I hear from a TI, I gotta say, our stories all kind of intersect at
And
one point.
some, yeah, at one point or another, yeah, I would agree with that.
Really do, and I get a piece of my puzzle, every time I talk to a TI. So that's interesting. What else is interesting is we are kind of all scattered. You know, all scattered. Um, Geographically is what I want to say. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right.
2 hours away from each other. It's not a pattern, but it seems to be. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm going to go into these comments, man. We got a couple comments here. They've been lighting the comment section up. Big shout out to everybody that's tuning in live. We definitely appreciate you, man. This is Next Time. This is the best time. This is the podcast for the people. I see my guy. Big shout out to Lewis Rowe. He is tuning in live. Big shout out to 5D Mark 111. Big shout out to Mike Smith. Guys, welcome to the podcast. We're going to get into it. Yeah. All right. New Creation says, Laura Ann, you lost someone so special to you. I will pray for you.
I appreciate that.
Let's see here. You guys are lighting the comment section up, man. We definitely appreciate that, man. We appreciate your prayers. Big shout out to Mike Smith. He says, hi, Nexx. Let's see here.
So, I am doing a senior citizen TI call.
Okay. You want to talk a little bit about that?
I'll just give you the number real quick. It's gonna be Wednesdays at noon, I guess. Yeah, Mountain Time. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you.
I can hear you loud and clear.
I can hear you now. Okay. Yeah, so Wednesday at noon. This is for senior citizens some of the senior citizens in our community are having a hard time finding the information that we talk about sometimes on the calls, and they're not savvy, around the internet, so we help them out with that. I mean, a lot of times it's just a difference between, putting it in the search, engine or putting it in the address bar type of thing.
Okay.
They're just having a hard time finding the same websites and stuff like that. Sometimes we're so censored that sometimes, like I said, I can't even get Neil's website here. So Skizit sends me the newsletter, though. Thank you. Shout out to her.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think people realize when they do go to maybe look up, their search terms, they're not seeing the same thing in Idaho that we're seeing here.
Right. Right.
So it's big. Oh, the springtime rally. Springtime rally is the 26th, the 27th. I don't have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it.
Okay, cool.
We're definitely gonna get into that.
Yeah.
Definitely, we're gonna get into it.
That's exciting. You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there?
Oh yeah, definitely gonna be there.
Cool.
Definitely. We're gonna stream that whole event. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a 2-day event, April 26th, April 27th in Sacramento, California. They're having a springtime rally. If you are anywhere in the area, please pull up. We definitely need all your support, man. And let's see here. 5D Mark says, Nexx, has the harassment portion of this program slowed down for you? Well, you know what? That's a great question, bro. I'm gonna say this. It's a differential, amount of harassment that I get based on the geographical regions where I am, like in different states and different places and different cities. Some places is more heavily targeted than others, right? So I think it depended on where I am. I've been to so many different states and I'm still traveling, and I'm not going to let this program keep me in a box and keep me afraid. I'm going to go to those places where it's more heavily targeted than others. And so right now, though, to answer your question, 5D Mark, I'm going to say that yes, I'm going to say it has slowed down where I am currently right now. It definitely has slowed down. And as far as the harassment portion, yes, definitely. What about you, Laura? And do you think that the street level harassment, has that slowed down for you, or is it like a constant thing?
Well, I was about a month ago, I was almost Baker acted. They tried to lock me up when I had stitches removed. So no, I'd have to say no.
Okay.
My gas tank is emptied all the time. I don't know how they're doing that necessarily. No, I would have to say no. Actually, since I've moved to this neighborhood, it has slowed down a little bit.
Okay. That's awesome, man.
So yeah, there's that. But I don't get a lot of, I don't care about gangs. I mean, it's not that I don't care about it. I just don't. Yeah,
You don't
that's
let it. You don't let it. You don't let it bother you.
Yeah, no. I mean, if I'm grocery store mobbed or whatever, that's all good. I'll just read a magazine and check out.
Mm.
Well, if you have time, see, that's the thing is if you have time, then But most people are in a hurry, a lot.
Right.
Got to get somewhere. I don't have to get somewhere, so
Right.
lucky that way.
Right.
Yeah, I got more time than most people have money.
Oh yeah.
Value that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, some people like, when they go outside, they actually go outside looking for this. Like I've even seen a lot of content on YouTube where, people are out and about and, with their phones running up on people. Oh, you're gang stalking me. Why are you gang stalking me? Or such and such. And, they're like programmed to, and even when there's situations where people are just, doing their own thing. Or I don't know. I don't want to. You know what? I don't
Yeah,
want
but it's almost there was somebody that said that they were on the call in 2002, and I that just blew my mind. I said 2002, you were on the call?
to. Yeah. I mean, this was happening back then.
I've been doing this in 10 years. In 2002, I just about whew, that was a lot, and I
Yeah.
realized how much progress we're making. The numbers, yes.
I mean, it was happening back then. I just, when I'm out moving around, like, I really just am focused on whatever goal is at hand. Like, if I need to go to the store and pick up some milk, right, then I'm gonna go to the store and pick up some milk. I'm not looking for people to be
Yeah.
gang stalking me. Even though I know they're out there and they do these things, I'm not looking at every red car and getting triggered. I don't look at colors. A lot of people do that. I'm just, you know what I mean. I'm not looking for it. You know how the people laugh. They laugh and point phones and
Yeah.
cough and do their little hand signals and stuff like
If
that.
I'm getting mobbed, I might pull out my phone. If I'm getting but I don't. Yeah.
Wait, can you say that one more time, Laura? I didn't hear that.
Said, well, if I'm getting mobbed, I'll pull out my phone.
Oh
I'll pull
yeah, definitely, definitely,
But yeah, I
definitely.
don't go looking for it.
All right.
And I mean, if you think about that, that creates it. I mean, that could be something that creates it. I mean, if somebody came up to me and had their, and was, well, if you think about it, yeah, that kind of creates it. But
Yeah.
yeah, you have a delay, about 4-second delay. Is that me?
No, that's just is your audio on?
Yeah, my audio changed though. Just changed just now.
Mute it. Turn it off. Turn the
Well, no, I
audio
mean it
off.
changed. I don't know what happened. It switched over. It
Okay,
won't let me. Yeah. Anyway,
we're good though. I can
we're
definitely
good.
hear you.
Okay.
Can everybody hear us clear in the chat? Let us know right now if you guys can hear us good, clear.
Awakened state of mind.
Oh yeah, that's my guy. He's
So
targeted.
down
He's
here
going
in
through some things.
Australia, I have a
Oh,
friend in Australia.
big shout out to Self Contended, man. Welcome to the podcast. I see you. That's my friend. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is Next Time. This is the podcast, right? This is the podcast for the people, guys. If you
Okay,
guys, what'd you say?
said podcast for the people.
That's right. This is what it is. This is Next Time. This is the best time. Thank you guys for smashing those thumbs up. And I just want to let you guys know, if you guys care to donate to the channel at all, there's several methods you can use. There's a Cash App link in the description if you guys want to download it. We'll both receive $5. and that is a great way that we could, send money. Like if somebody needed some money, I have Cash App. I could Cash App you $10 right away. Boom. If I have your information. Also, there's a GoFundMe link in the description. Also, there is a PayPal link if you guys feel called to donate. I definitely would appreciate that. It helps me out, helps the channel out greatly, tremendously. Just wanted to put that out there. All right, man. So they say everybody sounds good. We sound good. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awaken State, he said, soon as you bust a perp on camera, they will replace with another, especially in 2012. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
man,
you gotta have your proof in 2 different places. In fact,
yeah.
you could put it on a picture website for that matter. So you have it, you can, yeah, there's a lot of different ways to do it, but you should have, definitely 2 different places.
Oh, yeah. Definitely,
And
definitely.
have backup. I mean, just have backups. Have, spare keys. I have spare keys. I have AAA if you can. They'll do 4 free tows or something a year. Oh, yeah. They'll come and unlock you out of your house. I mean, let you in your house if you locked yourself out. Stuff like
Oh, yeah.
that. Just have things in place, like have plans for backup. I keep telling people we need to start, speaking telepathy way because like phones are not very reliable.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. Now, I have a question for you, Laura. Have at any point in your, experience, have they tried to sensitize you to any colors?
Oh yeah, when I was in 7th grade, these group of girls like followed me around. They would always wear the same color as me on a Friday. Like I would go out and get a new outfit, and they would wear the same color as me every Friday, and I could never figure that out.
Mm.
And I had a peacock shirt at the end of the year. They all wore peacock shirts.
Really?
Yeah, and beat me up. Yeah, that was my 7th grade year. And I never
Really?
understood that. I never understood because they didn't know me. They didn't really know me.
Right.
Yeah, so it was weird. I always thought that was weird. So I don't know what the peacock was. I don't know what. I picked the shirt. They just all had one exactly like mine. And see, I never saw them outside of class, so it was weird. That was weird. Bizarre for sure.
Mm. Okay. Now, since your targeting has, since you have come into fruition with what is happening, have you seen any, color coding, like have they tried to sensitize you to any colors? Because,
Uh-uh.
triggers, like some
Yeah.
people are triggered by certain colors.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe. How would I
Okay.
know? I don't know. I don't think I'd recognize that. I recognize synthetic
Okay.
feelings usually, and I can recognize synthetic thoughts.
Okay.
I can, I don't hear voices, but I worry about the people that listen to their voices.
Mm.
I've had people tell me, well, my voices always tell the truth, or my voices, tell the truth. Ugh.
Right.
You're able to tell the difference between your conscience and the voices.
Yeah. V2K.
And that would be okay. Yeah, I've had people tell me that they joined the army because the voices told them to.
Wow.
Stuff like that.
Wow.
It's, you know,
Wow.
yeah. Since when do we listen to the voices? Like, I don't know.
Well, I know, going through the V2K is definitely not, there's nothing easy about it. I mean, some people have heard different things. When I went through it, when it's happened to me, it was never nothing nice. Some people hear stuff like, you should have a ham sandwich for lunch today. And then other people hear stuff like, oh, you're going to die.
Yeah.
We're coming to kill you, such and such, and blah blah blah. Now, I heard the Stephen King horror flick V. I got that kind of V2K, and that was nothing nice. It was nothing easy. But I've learned that they have different ways of going about it, and some people have the good stuff and the bad stuff, and and it's all bad if you ask me. Like I don't think they should be beaming any frequency into people's heads and making them hear things. And
this program should have never started. Yeah, this is a nightmare that you never wake up from.
yeah.
I like what Neil said. What does he say? Light makes dark disappear. Light makes dark disappear. Oh, yeah.
That's a whole fact.
And
That
I try
is
to
a
remember
whole
that
fact.
sometime, yeah. I try to remember that when you see that dark, or, that dark is, feel like engulfing you, show your light.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We all have a light inside us. And yes, 5111 break-ins, you can see that. You can see all my break-ins and all my stuff on, let me see, I have a Human Free Will. This is my picture website that actually I was able to get proof off of several times for some stuff that I needed it for.
Okay.
Anyway, so they come in real handy, and it's called humanfreewill.shutterfly.com.
Okay.
Anyway, so you can go on there. There's like 700 pictures, and you can see my break-ins and my damage stuff if you want.
All right, man. If you want, you can actually, type in the link and leave it in the description. I just want to give a big shout out to my boy, man, extensionway.com, Kevin Meredith. If you're still rocking with us, man, welcome to the podcast. That's my guy. Big shout out to Kev, man. He's got an awesome channel on YouTube, man. You guys better subscribe. Subscribe.
I'm subscribed to his.
Yeah, man. That's my guy, man.
That didn't do the link. I don't know why.
Did you type it in the comment section?
Yeah,
just type it right in.
I had really bad problems. I had really bad stomach problems. Boyd, you should, I don't know what you should do. You know your body best. But what I did was do oregano oil. I've been doing oregano oil. Really haven't had any stomach problems since then. So.
Voight says, are they torturing you with weapons?
Yeah. Yes, in fact, yes. And yes. I've got a mark on my chest. I don't know what that's about, but I'm not sure if it's direct energy or radio frequencies, or I'm not a scientist. And really, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I know that's horrible to say, but I just want it to stop. I don't care. And how do you believe this will stop next? I mean, my thought is that when 80% of people realize this is happening, it'll stop just by that, just by them, because it's not normal for someone to want another human to suffer. That's not normal. That's not natural.
I mean, but if you think about it, like, what is normal? Like, there really is no normal. There's good people who want people to thrive and to be the best that they can be, and then there's not so good people who wish death and harm, and they get pleasure into torturing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
they're not the majority.
There's no way we can measure, like, there's no spectrum where we can say, there's more good people than bad people, but there's people out here doing this to other people. How do we get it to stop? That's a great question. Like, I don't have the answers for that, honestly. I don't. But what I do know is that we as a community, we as a people, we can work together, right? To move things forward, to pray against this thing, and to to ask for protection, and to
there for support.
That's a fact. To support others, right, and to help push people to get to that next level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do we stop it? I don't know. Like, if I knew how, I would be the first person in line to do what we need to do to stop this thing. Actually, that's a good question, though. What do you guys think watching you guys live? What do you guys, Laura just asked a great question. What do you guys think that we can do as a whole to stop this thing, to actually bring this thing to a close? If you guys care to, type it in the comment section, I would love to read your answers. Call us up live. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, do you think Trump's able to, I mean, I don't know if one man can make this stop.
Oh, yeah, we can summon Neo and go to the Machine City and shut this whole you know
I
what I
mean,
mean? Like
yeah,
shut this whole program
I'm not
down.
sure. I mean, I've heard. Some people believe that, and some people believe, that our president can make this stop. Um,
I don't think that. I don't believe
and
that.
I don't think that as well. I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in one person being able to stop this, no matter who they are. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Um,
Um
God.
that's a fact. That's a whole fact. And I just we don't know the mind of God. You know what I mean? Like his mind is so further advanced than us. But what
That's
what
true.
I do know is that God is not the one that's orchestrating this program. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like God doesn't have anything to do with this crap that's happening to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Like I don't think that God would, you know, design such a program to put his peoples through. This is all from the enemy. This is all, because it's all, it's attacking people, it's harassing people, it's destroying people's lives, it's killing people. You know what I mean?
I tell you one thing, I'm stronger than I ever thought I would be.
And that's a fact. That's a whole fact. That
Um,
is awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see. Mike Smith says, "Hi, Laura Ann. Nice meeting you."
Hi, nice to meet you.
Big shout out to Mike Smith.
Yes,
5D
sir.
5D Mark says, "So true. Power in numbers." Awakened
Yeah.
State of Mind says they have placed their weapons on most corners of every community. 5G towers are weapons. That is a
Yeah.
whole fact. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I think classified information is going to have to be unclassified before it stops. 5D Mark says.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of unclassified information that verifies that 5G is. I have better luck talking to people about that. Um, and they always, yeah, about the dangers of 5G.
Oh yeah.
People don't. There's people, or when I see a mom put a cell phone in with her baby carriage, and the cell phone's right there by the kid's head.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
how do you say something or don't? I got to say something, and she might be all snotty with me, and but maybe she'll look it up. You know,
Oh yeah.
maybe she'll think about it. Moms care about their kids normally,
Oh
so
yeah. Oh yeah.
their well-being.
What I think is very sad though is that once and I'm speaking from my own perspective here, um, and I see this in the community a lot is that people can't well I don't want to speak that over people, but people have a hard time unplugging from this crap. They eat, sleep, and poop Ti.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? They don't do anything else but just want to talk about Ti, 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 and what they're doing, and they did this and they did that, and it's just like, we got to figure out a way how to unplug from this crap.
yeah, and
You
not think
know,
about it for 5 minutes a day. I agree. The
and get
feedback I've gotten from families tells me, not from my family, but from family members that believe this. Um, is that they would prefer we talk about it less, even if they're aware of it. This is hard on them as well. I'm just realizing that they're having, hard time, watching. When you can't help a family member and you're watching them suffer, that's horrible. It's horrible.
mm,
So they're having a hard time as well. And I know people are like, well, screw them, we're being tortured. But I
right,
try to address how to deal with family members, how to address this with family members, because they are they're a part of this, whether they're targeted or not, they have a family member going through it. And to say that you don't believe them, it's just outrageous to say you don't believe something before you read an article or before you look into it at all.
right,
I mean, since when do
right.
people do that? And not that we are, but even if we were crazy,
We're
um,
not nobody. We're not crazy.
but though, even if you should still love family anyway, right? I mean, what is that? I'm crazy, so I don't talk to him anymore. And that's ew. That's not good. It's not
Yeah.
good.
I mean, you have a lot of people like myself whose family is involved,
Yeah.
in their targeting,
Yeah.
and then we're just out here, you know what I mean? And that's, and I think that,
You have
when
family.
you have situations like that, that can lead you closer to a connection to the Most High. You know what I mean?
Wow, really? You think?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
I'm speaking from experience, yeah, because I've been out here, and I've been alone, and I've been, and I know that if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be, sitting here talking to you right now.
That's
I
true.
wouldn't have the means to do it. I wouldn't even be alive. You
Yeah.
know, I would have never even made it to be born throughout all the trauma and all the things that I endured even before I was born. I knew God had a
You believe we made
plan
it
for
this
me.
far?
He
Can't
had
believe
a,
we made it this far.
oh yeah, and we still got
That's
some ways to
fabulous.
go. We still got ways to go, and that I think that's why it's very important for us to stay grateful and humble. And to focus on what lies ahead and to focus on what makes us happy, right?
Yeah.
And to
What do you do, every day that you love? What do you do that you enjoy?
right.
It's
That's a whole.
important.
Oh yeah, that is
I
a.
should take that advice that I always give.
Oh yeah, and always know that me personally, I just stay humble, man, and I always keep an open mind. Some people just think they know everything. They think they know everything. Oh, the
I know
government
there's
isn't doing this. There's
yeah.
no such thing as that.
Thing is
This
that
isn't
it's coming from
happening.
satellites. I know.
This is how that's happening, and that's not happening for you like this, and such and
Yeah,
such. People who you never even met before,
I know. If
and
you're not getting direct energy, then you're not being targeted.
right, and
All
it's
of that.
like it's a lot of people out there like that, Laura, and it's a lot of people on YouTube like that, on Facebook,
Mhm.
on on all these social media platforms, and
Yeah.
I think it's important that that we all keep an open mind and understand that everybody's situation is unique,
Yeah.
and it's designed and it's tailored for each
Tailored around
individual.
you. Yep. Everybody's it's tailored around you
Oh yeah,
specifically. So it's the worst thing anybody's ever gone through, no matter who you are.
right. That's the whole fact. And what what might be a trigger for you, I might not even notice it. I might not even look at it. I'm like
I know.
I might not even perceive that.
I had a guy tell me, "Well, tell me something only a TI would know." And I was like, "Okay, that's easy enough, but I don't know your triggers." And
Right, right.
it's like, huh? Okay, that could be a tricky question. I've been thinking a lot about that, and
Yeah.
there are a few things that you could ask that only a TI would know. You know,
Mm.
if you think about it,
Oh
there's some.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that's our girl.
Big shout out to Prophecy End of Days. I see you. She says, have faith. Oh, and there's a lot of things coming out of this in the open with the Miller report. It involves gang stalking. Man, big shout out to you, Prophecy. Welcome to the podcast. We just getting cracking. All right, my boy Void says, do you think that these weapons cause Alzheimer's?
I believe dementia. I wouldn't know about Alzheimer's, but dementia. There was a man in Colorado Springs that was diagnosed with dementia. His son didn't believe that. His son said, "No, I know my dad."
Mm,
And he noticed all this other stuff. The gang stalking. He looked it up. He spotted this in his father. I gotta say that's commendable. That's something
mm.
we all struggle with our families not believing. And since the metal detox, I don't know. I need to check on them. I don't know if they're doing better or not, but you know, um, to spot this, yes, I definitely think I'm not a doctor, so I don't really trust any of them. I mean, I can't find one to trust.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, a lot of these doctors. I can't say all of them, but you know, a lot of these doctors are involved, and they do know what is happening to TIs and what's happening, and they will give a false diagnosis or what for
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. But I've also looked into some things and done some research myself, Floyd, to answer your question. Um, you know, with all of this nanotechnology and all of this stuff, and you know, all of these frequencies that they do beam, they with this stuff inside of people's bodies, it can manifest and show signs of a false diagnosis that they can try to go with, you know, like
Lupus,
yeah, I mean
lupus or Crohn's
like
or Graves.
strokes, heart attacks, brain aneurysms. Like, you know, people have been murdered and silently targeted and killed this way, and they just, you know, they just blame it on whatever diagnosis they can stick it to. You know, just like when people are being with frequencies to hear V2K and hear all these voices, and they'll just say, "Oh, you know, that's just schizophrenia, right? He's a paranoid delusionist or something," you know, and they'll just stick it on, and that's how they keep this thing covert.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just very important for us to, you know, that's why it's important for us to tell our story and to, you know, to speak from experience, and for each and everybody that's out there listening to have an open mind and an open heart, a caring heart, you know,
Yeah.
when we are talking about these things.
Yeah. Empathy, compassion, something that you don't see as often.
Oh yeah,
You know?
definitely, definitely. I mean, with this
Yeah.
nanotechnology, you know, it's so small. But once it's ingested, once it's in your bloodstream, once it's in your body, it connects, and you know, it turns into Morgellons, and you know, they can program these nanotechnologies to go into certain parts of your body and do things, and you know, attack certain organs and do certain things, and you know, and it's just unfortunate, you know, that they even have, you know, this kind of technology out to hurt, you know, and
Yeah.
to kill people and to silently attack people. You know,
Humiliation.
I think it's another form of population control, if you ask me.
Yes, I believe. I believe so. I believe so. Um, but I don't know. Like I'm finding out. I don't know. Like I don't know shit.
I mean, the more no, you do, Laura. Come
I'm
on,
telling
you
you.
do.
But the more I find out, the less I think I know. I mean, it's just like wow. Um, you know, to find
You
out.
know,
It was very jarring to find out. You know, somebody'd been watching me, or we'd been watched for. You know,
yeah,
that was kind of a hurdle to cross, and just
yeah, definitely.
you know. It's a lot to process. You got to give yourself a break and give yourself time and pamper yourself where you can. Um, Still, this is a nightmare. It
It,
really
it,
is.
you know, going through these things, yes, it could definitely feel like that. But you know, I just want to encourage everyone to be strong during these dark times. Be strong during these dark times. You know, if you're hurting, you know, don't be afraid to reach out to someone. You know, tell your story while you have an opportunity to do it while you're here.
That's right.
Never take a moment for granted. Never take a second for granted. Try to make the most out of each and every day, and
Yeah.
try as hard as you can to stay positive and to keep your mind focused on positive things. And I know it could be difficult at first, you know, especially just finding out what's happening or just coming to grips with things, or if you're alone 100% of the time. But I promise you, if you stay in a positive mindset and you just keep walking, you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, it will get better. I promise you, it will get better. Big shout out to Robert Dix, man. Big shout out. Thank you for joining the podcast. Welcome to the podcast, my friend. Oh man, we got some amazing comments here. Self-contented says a teaspoon of coconut oil is good to have each day for dementia.
Yeah.
Robert Dick says they are all involved.
Yeah. The
Prophecy.
seed.
Oh, go ahead,
Well,
Laura. Go ahead.
he says the CBD oil. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. That has changed my life. I'm telling you,
Mm.
that is really good stuff. That's something about the neurotransmitters that
Mm-hmm.
it evens up your brain, I guess. But it's all natural. It's some
Okay.
great stuff. Make sure there's less than 3 ingredients in the label.
Mm.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. Anybody that has a voice to skull, I've heard that helps
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, right now we're gonna give you guys some really valuable information, man. If you guys are in the States, if you guys are in America, there's a big list of conference calls that's going on right now. They have conference calls every day if you guys are isolated, and you're not on YouTube and you guys have a phone that you can call up. Laura Ann has some numbers that she's going to give out. We're going to give you guys a few minutes to get you a pen and a pad or a piece of paper or something so you can write these numbers down. And these are conference calls, guys. These are calls that are had every day for targeted individuals. They call in. Sometimes they have guests on. Sometimes it's just an open forum where people can call in and chime in. They can share their experiences, talk about what helped them. And I think it's a great platform. It actually helped me. When I've called many calls, man, and I've been interviewed on some of these conference calls too, you know,
Yep.
and they're awesome, So
That's how I found you.
we just thought that if you guys would like to know anything about it, because I know I didn't know. Big shout out to Louis Rowe again. I think he was the first person that told me about these conference calls
Oh, was he?
last
Cool.
year. Yeah, last year, man.
Yeah.
When we hooked up online when I found out about T-Day, Targeted Individual Day, and
Yep.
I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to help get the word out about it, and we got cool, and he was telling me, it's a conference call, and he would give me the numbers, and I started calling these calls, you know. And it definitely helps, to talk to other people, or sometimes you don't even have to talk. There's a lot of people who don't even talk; they just listen, and
Yeah.
they like to listen to other TIs, and
I listened to it for a long time before I said anything.
okay, okay.
For sure.
See,
I listened, yeah. Months for months.
I didn't understand how it worked. Some of these conference calls when you dial in, you have to hit *6 or something to unmute. And I'm like, yeah, hello. I'm like, hey. I'm like, they got me censored. They're
I
like,
used to
they're
always
censoring me.
No, see, I was the opposite. I didn't know that you should mute if you have background noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, they
Mute.
got me
Background.
censored. They
Yeah.
got me
No.
blocked.
They got me blocked. They're blocking me. They're kicking me. No, I got kicked off my call 3 times last night.
And actually, Laura has a call too. She has a conference call that she does every Monday night. If you guys want to check her conference call out,
I think
I would.
it's a voice call only, no chat.
Okay,
I'd
that's
like to
right.
promote people, being able to do laundry or whatever, walk around while they're on the
Okay,
call.
okay,
Yeah.
awesome,
Get away from the screen, maybe.
awesome.
Yeah.
So here I'm gonna see if I can type it in while you say while you say the numbers here.
Oh, am I saying the numbers? Okay. So yeah, it's Monday midnight, and that's 10 o'clock Mountain Time.
Okay,
And we got it 641-715-0872. And the code is 198158.
okay. Can you repeat that one more time? 641.
641-715-0872. And the participant code is 198158. I don't know, it's casual. We just talk about everything.
198-158.
Correct. Yep,
Actually, you know what, guys? I think this is in the description right now.
I think it is.
Yes, I did type that in, and I I put that in the description, guys.
And then
Let's
we
see here.
have, let's see, we have Ella's. It's Tuesday.
Ella Free, big shout out to Ella Free.
Big shout out to Ella. She's she's caused more awareness in this, well, around the world.
Oh yeah, she's the ambassador. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, big shout out to her.
So yeah, she's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, guys.
But that's my time, Mountain Time. So I don't know what it is your time. Yeah. And should I give the number?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
It's Ella Free, man.
I think that's okay. So the number is 515 739 1285.
1285, guys.
And then it's the access or the PIN number, I guess it is.
Yes.
40014.
40014.
40014. So it's 3 zeros.
Okay. Guys, man, Ella Free, her conference call is awesome, guys. It is awesome. Big shout out to my guy, Floyd, man. What up, Floyd? Welcome to the podcast, my friend. Yeah. All right, guys, if you guys are just now tuning in, this is NEXXTIME. This is the best time, man. What we're doing right now, we're just talking about some podcasts. We're talking about some conference calls. We're talking about, things that we can relate to, things that we're going through in this. Laura Ann has got some numbers here. If you guys want to write this down to connect with other TIs on these conference calls, she's got a slew of numbers to different conference calls. They have them every day. And if you guys are isolated and these live streams are not going 24 hours a day, but they have a conference call if you guys want to call in and talk. If you feel uncomfortable, coming on the internet, a lot of people are uncomfortable, but for the people who do have phones and you guys want to connect and communicate with other TIs, write this down.
Half of our community is home phones.
Oh yeah. It's different pockets, Laura. Like you have a bunch of TIs who only do conference calls. You have a bunch of TIs who only watch YouTube videos. You have a bunch of TIs who are only on Instagram, only on Facebook, only on Reddit.
That's great. I mean, people, wherever they can do their activism. I know everybody does activism in a different way.
Oh yeah.
So whatever their niche is.
Definitely.
However you can do it.
Definitely.
Fully support that.
Any other conference calls you wanna?
Sure, we can go over. I mean, there's a lot of them. There's we did Ella's. There is a lady that is in British Columbia that is doing support. Well, she just has an email, but she'll do. She's a licensed counselor, and so she's West Coast. It's westcoast.oseh@gmail.
Oh, okay.
Then we got Kate Ryan is starting a new conference call for the New England support group.
Okay, big shout out to New England.
Yeah, that's Tuesday at 7 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
The number is 605-562-0444.
Okay.
The ID is 133472. Then we've got Denise, who has one on Mondays at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
And that's 867-292-3030.
Okay.
Call ID 522-5726.
Okay.
And then we've got, and I don't know when this is. I think this one is just sometimes after Frank's and after. It's a late night call, and it's Huggy Bear. Yeah, and she's 605-475-4078, and the access number is 864391.
Is that every day, Laura?
No, that's a late night after call.
Okay.
So
Is
that's
it
after.
is it
Yeah,
every?
it's not every. I think it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Late
Okay.
night call. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. Then we have Citizens Against Harmful Technology, which is 7:30 Central Time or 6:30 Mount. Okay, sorry. 7:30 Central Time, 6:30 Mountain Time. He's got them all listed. So that's Neil, and he's 605-475-4779, and the access code is 607080.
Okay.
And then we've got Targeted Massachusetts, Stargate
Okay.
National.
All
We've got
right.
that. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7.
Big shout out to
I
Frank.
Big shout out to Frank.
Oh yeah.
Man, he works tirelessly. Like he works all the time. I mean, like
Oh
all the
yeah.
time. Yeah. So, and his number is, why don't I have it down here? Oh, it doesn't even have it listed. Oh, is that for the real? Uh-oh. Give me a sec.
And
Because I
big
just
shout
had
out to
to.
Cody Jacobs. I see you, Cody. Thank you. Welcome to the podcast, my friend. Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh. I gotta do my
Right
big
now,
book.
we're just going over some conference call numbers right now, just in case you guys aren't informed or don't know anything about this. We're definitely gonna put um, all of these numbers. We're gonna put them in. Maybe I'll put a link in the comment section, or I'll do.
Okay, here we go.
I'll get the information. I'll type it in the comment section so you guys can see all these calls.
Yeah,
And
that's
sometimes the calls switch, so we're gonna keep you guys informed and updated, and so you guys can know when these conference calls are happening.
yeah. So we got Frank's number is 646-749-3112, and
Okay.
the access code is 450-414-301. Now you have to mute yourself on his call if you don't want to talk.
Okay.
You don't have to push the *6. I think you're already, you can already talk. So
Okay. Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
and you guys don't have to talk. You can listen. If you just wanna, if you feel comfortable just listening to the people talk, or I would encourage everybody to use your voice, man. Say hello, say hi. You never know.
you never know when you're going to lose it. I lost my voice once. Very frustrating.
Oh yeah.
So then we got Mike Mason on Mondays and Thursdays, and that's at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. I didn't know that. Anyway, his call number is 641-715-0632, and the
Okay.
access code is 116202.
Okay.
And I need to catch his call once in a while. I've heard he's really cool. And then we've got the prayer calls. We've got Bible study on Wednesday at 7 Mountain Time, and that is Julia, 515-739-1405. Access code 381878.
Okay.
And that's an international call. We also have Saturday, Dr. Millicent Black. If you haven't caught one of these calls, you should.
Okay. Big shout out to her.
Yeah, 9:30 Mountain Time, and I believe that's AM. 9:30 AM on Saturday. And her call is 605-562-0444. The access code is 140567. And that's on TalkShoe, people.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, then we've got, I think that's it. I think that's all we got.
Okay.
I
That was
don't
awesome.
I don't have, oh no, that's not all we got. Oh, yep, that's all, okay, yep, that's all we got. Did I do Denise's call? I didn't do Denise's call. Mondays? Maybe. I did. I think I did. This is what
we do. Okay. This is NEXXTIME. This is the best time. Guys, this is an interactive podcast for the TI community, for you, for me. And guys, you know, next time is it's a podcast. You know, it's a conversation. You know, and I don't want to. You know, if you guys watch my content on YouTube, you know, I try to not even try. You know, I just cut on the camera and I have something to say. I'll just say it, and you know, hopefully, you know, people can get something from it. You know, whether you do or you don't, I guess it's on you, right? But next time it's a podcast, it's a conversation. We can talk about anything. It doesn't have to always be about, you know, what they're doing, this and that. Oh, such and such is happening. You know, I want to talk to you. I want to know what's going on with you, what's going on with everybody. And if there's a question asked, if Laura asks me a question or if I ask her a question, you guys feel, you know, called to answer these questions, go ahead and type it up right now. Or you can call us up live. There's a number that streams, you know, on the bottom, along the bottom. You guys can write it
Yeah.
up. If you guys, you know, want to be a guest on Next Time at any time, you guys hit me up. We can make it happen if, you know, the stars align. But Laura Ann, I just want to ask you, man. Oh yeah, I want to ask you, man. You know, before your targeting went out of control, when things got out of control, you know, we constantly going through things. You know, what was some things in life that you know that you were passionate about, you know, before all of this stuff started, you know, getting out of control to the point where it took you to that Ella Free video that you saw on YouTube for the first time? What's some things that you're passionate about?
I was passionate about no drama. I like normal, and it's real hard to get there when you're targeted. So, you know, and you say, what is normal? I like no drama. You know,
Okay.
our lives just seem to be so drama all the time, and
Yeah.
I really like that kind of life. But as far as like things that I like to do, I like to
Yeah.
read. I read a lot. I just
Okay.
read that book. I read that book, The 200-Year Plan. I really suggest that's a good read
Okay.
about what's going on here. You know, it was written by Noel Benoit and Ted Gunderson,
Okay.
before he died. You know, that that book confirmed a lot of stuff for me. Um, I'm reading something now that's fantasy, totally fantasy, because um, it's so much, you know, like you said, processing this is I don't even know if our brains were ever supposed to, you know, process something like this. So it's a lot.
Okay.
And I think sometimes you got to get out of yourself. You got to do some fantasy. So I do a lot. I do reading.
Okay.
I used to ski. I don't ski anymore. My
Oh,
knees.
okay. Skiing is
About half.
fun. Skiing is cool.
Yes, but I'm more of a lodge girl. You know, halfway down. Like I'll do a couple runs, but that's about it. And that's awful to say, living right next to the Rocky Mountains. But
Hmm.
we can get up there in 45 minutes. It's nice.
Okay.
We'll get up there and get back. Go for the day. Let me see. Um, I've always liked dance, tap, ballet, jazz, gymnastics. I've done them all.
Nice.
Yeah. If I could be anything like professionally I wanted to be, it would be choreographer.
Okay. That's awesome. That is
Expressing
awesome.
yourself in dance. Yeah, expressing yourself in dance. Now, did you ever check out Banksy? Did you ever check out Banksy? His work?
Yeah, I saw a couple pieces that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
His
you
style.
definitely like art, right?
Yeah, I do. I do. I'm not an artist myself, but in dance I am. I mean, it's a great way to express yourself,
Okay.
you know, without
Okay.
words.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
we need to learn that probably. It'll be valuable someday
Okay.
for us. Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome, man. Big shout out to 5D Mark. He says, I don't want to blow up the chat. I just want to thank you, Nexx and Laura, taking the time to do this. Love you guys, man. We love you too, man. That's awesome, bro. Definitely, man. You know what? That's what the chat is for, man. If you want to blow it up, my friend.
Yeah.
This is definitely for you, man. You want to type it in, anything you want, my friend. So Voice says, Laura, do you
Yeah.
have any Voice says, Laura,
Heart,
do you have any heart? Yeah, do you have any heart palpitations? Does that
and
happen
what
to you?
about locked bowels? No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the locked bowels stopped for me with the oregano oil. I
Okay.
can't mix it. I don't know why. But the heart palpitations, I get up and I move around. I used to use the bulletproof vest that my man had. I don't know what I'm going to substitute with that. You know, like if I was being hit really hard, I get up, I walk around. A sitting target's no good. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so if you're people that are getting hit really hard and they stay in one place, I don't understand that. Um,
Mm.
maybe get up and move around. Um, really nothing. Ugh, I haven't found anything that really. I've had my hair braid up into an antenna.
Mm. Mm.
So, to shielding. I talked to a woman though that claims that she, with her mind, can send it back to sender, like send the energy back to the person sending it to her. I found that interesting. With her
Okay.
mind, she did that. Um, she says, I'm having a hard time thinking about that, thinking how you would do that, but I imagine it can be done.
Really?
I don't know. You think? I mean, I've never known anybody to send the signals or frequencies back, away from them. I've known people that have been able to shield it, get through it by praying.
Okay.
hmm But to combat it completely, I've never experienced that. You know,
Okay.
I
Okay.
cannot believe it. It's all good.
Let's see here. Voice says, Laura, have you ever been made blind while driving?
No,
That's
blind
never
while
happened.
driving. Nope, I fell asleep. I fell asleep while driving.
Wow. Oh man. I'm
Uh,
glad you made it out of there. Did you
yeah, it was
wake up
scary.
if
Yeah, I woke up. I don't know what that was. Um, but I was driving on a mountain road, driving back here to Colorado with like my U-Haul, filled with stuff. It was scary. And I woke up. I wasn't tired. I don't know what that was. I've never fallen asleep driving. So when I woke up,
wow. Oh man, you know what that's happened to me. Not recently. Like actually this was when I was a lot younger, but that's happened to me, man, and man, it is not, oh my god, it is a very, very scary
it scared
situation.
the piss out. Yeah, it scared the piss out of me. It's like, oh my! I pulled over in Pinedale and slept in the sun for 2 hours. I don't know what that
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
There's there's some really odd stuff that I still can't make heads or tails of.
Okay, big shout
Yeah.
out to Martina Pierce. Welcome to the podcast, my friend. Yeah. All right, all right. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is Next Time. This is the podcast for the people. This is Next Time. This is the best time. And I'm just looking through some comments right here. My boy Kev Meredith, he says, all right, Next and fam, God bless. God bless you, Kev. Thank you for joining us today. Robert Dick says, next. Just for your information, Liz has been catching it, especially today after those interviews you did with her. She said you talked to her. Maybe afterwards you can touch base with her. I definitely will. Big shout out to Autumn, man. Big shout out to Autumn. I see you, Autumn. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the podcast, Autumn. Yeah. Man, big shout out to Truth Report. I see you, bro. He just joined us here on the stream. Big shout out to him. Let's see here. You guys are lighting that comment section up. Mike Smith says the video keeps freezing, but God bless Nexx and Laura. I'm going to head off here. Also, God bless every other TI survivors and narcissistic abuse and victims who are working on recovering from narc abuse and gang stalking. Man,
Survivors, I like that. Survivors.
oh yeah, definitely, definitely. If you guys, if the video is freezing, try to just hit the refresh button. It's a little circle with an arrow on it. Hit the
Yep.
refresh button and It should be because it's running clear on my end, so
Wow.
I don't know, man. Big shout out to you guys for tuning in. No, let's see here. Man, they lighten the comment section up, man. Self-Contented says, put on the full armor of God. That's a whole
That's
fact.
true. That's
Prophecy
true.
End of Day says, has Laura ever heard whistle commands? Like when
I
you,
know. I read that.
like when
Yeah,
you,
I know what she's talking about. When their phones, everything's in sync. Um, no, I think I've seen that though. I'm not sure that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But that's when some like you hear like you walk out of a store or something and everybody in sync like has their phones or picks up their phones, and is that what she's talking about?
um, let's see here what the comment says.
Right.
It says like when you walk into a parking lot and you see people on their phones staring.
Yeah. Yeah. But did you hear a whistle before that? Is that what she means?
I'm not sure here.
Hmm.
Let me see here.
I know there's been some
Hello,
crazy shit.
no. She says yes. She says yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah.
definitely what it is. Laura, I got a question. I got a quick question for you. A question for everybody that's tuning in live. Man, have you ever experienced the workplace mobbing on
Yeah.
any of your jobs? Is that something you want to tell us a little
I've
story
had to
about?
leave. Yeah.
Anything that you have
Um,
been through?
yeah, I've had to leave jobs numerous times. Either I got laid off or um, but people, yeah, I've always had a hostile work environment, I'd have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just normal to me. And yeah, I hear TIs all the time tell me that they can't get a job because they're a TI, but I've had hundreds of them,
Hmm.
hundreds.
Yeah, but you got to
So
think though. You got to think, Laura. Everybody's situation is not Laura Ann's
yeah,
situation. You know what I mean?
that's true.
Everybody has different
But
situations, so we
I've
can't
had
compare our situation. We can, right? We can compare it to, get different. See if we can relate to each other. But what
yeah,
might be your truth might not be the next person's truth.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And yeah, just different job. I've had probably a different job every year.
What kind of things did you go through with as far as the workplace mobbing is concerned?
Well, I got ran out of the marijuana business. Just, the big corporations come in, you can't afford to stay in business. Costs $10,000 a year
Yeah.
to sell the dispensaries. So, I don't even make that much. So,
Yeah.
um, it's just the same thing that's happened to pretty much every small business owner or, anybody that is not a corporation has kind of been ran out of their profession.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely.
So, just a lot of bosses that wanted to tell me, um, I don't know. I had one boss that actually wanted me to do something illegal. I reported him.
Really.
Just uncomfortable stuff that you're not comfortable with, and you could be at a job for 3 years and then, and be a great employee, but somebody gets pissed or their panties in a wad, and yeah, the next thing you know, you're ran out. You can always see it. You can always see before it happens. You can see it like almost, I want to say months before it happens. You can see the gaslighting, they call it, and you can tell people are different to you.
Yeah.
When they were before, all of a sudden, people are different to you, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And there's nothing changed. Yeah, so you can kind of see it coming on.
Oh yeah.
And this last time, I totally saw it in my family. I saw it, in all around me, and I was able to dodge most of it, but I just barely got out with myself
Okay.
intact. That was a hard blow. This last loss was incredibly hard blow.
Okay.
And when I lost my house, it was okay because I have Joe.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is
How
just a little bit more than I was prepared for, I think.
okay. And how has this program like affected your your relationships, like as far as friendships, family,
Well,
you
some
know?
of my friends believe me. Yeah, some of my friends believe me. Some of them don't believe me. That's fine. And some of them have come around. In fact, two of them have come around. Um, and one of them doesn't talk to me because they don't want to catch it.
Okay.
So I kind of understand that. I mean, she believes it, but doesn't want to catch it. And I get all that. I try to bring them information. I don't talk about it. I mean, if I still want that friendship. So just because they don't believe me, I don't, exclude them from my lives, from our lives. I don't think it's a good idea to do that.
Mm. I
Um,
know. I know. Me personally, like when I really I did extensive research, about you know different things about this program. And one thing that I did learn, not for everybody's situation, but for some people, they do target people who are close to them, like family members or, lovers or friends or whatever the case may be, the people who are not involved in, as far as, the harassment part of the targeting. There have been situations where that has happened. And when I learned about that, it kind of made me isolate even more, to the few people who are held close to my heart. I didn't talk to them. It was just kind of like I just dropped off the face of the earth. I didn't want anything negative, that I was going through to spill into their situation.
yeah,
Yeah, and that was something that, I felt that was necessary. And, even to this day, there's some people that I haven't contacted just due to maybe legality situations that they're going through, or just, I just don't want none of this to spill off into their situation.
yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely
yeah,
affected my, every being in a major way. But it's like, you know I just, in that situation, I just pray that they'll understand, and maybe, sometime in the future I could connect with them and, explain a little further in detail about what's happening. But it's hard, it's hard
yeah,
telling people, what's, what's happening to you. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they don't make it easy for us to,
yeah, no
to
doubt.
try to explain, what is happening here. Like, you need, more than an hour. You need more than a day. You know what I mean? Like, it just, especially for
Yeah,
me, because, I've been through so much. I can't just say, hey, look, this is happening. It's,
yeah, 1,000 words aren't enough.
oh
Um,
yeah,
sure. Like that's why I try to, when first talking to somebody about this, try to keep it under. I try to keep it, under 10 minutes. I try to keep it, simple as possible. And then maybe talk to them again about it later. People need time to process things, and people don't look into things. I mean, you can hand them a flyer, but maybe they don't look up the websites for weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it takes a long
definitely,
time for people to wrap their head around this. I don't
yeah.
blame them.
Oh yeah. So I want to ask another question, Laura Ann. Who was actually the first TI that you actually met in life, like in real, like where you could shake their hand, sit down, and how did that
Mike from
enter?
Springs. Yeah, Mike. Mike from Colorado Springs. He's awesome. Shout out to him. And
Okay,
I've learned so much from him. I gotta say, I have. I've learned so much from him. Colorado Springs is really heavy. I
okay,
mean, everybody says that about their city, but you get a buzz as you're driving into Colorado Springs. You get this buzz. You can hear it. It's a tinnitus that is I mean, you can recognize it. It's can't
Okay.
imagine living there.
Okay.
So yeah, and let me see. I was pretty sketched. We met him. We met at a public place and had a beer. He was a cool
Okay.
guy. I was still
Nice.
sketched about it though. I was, I
You
parked
was a
my
little
car with.
sketchy.
I was a little sketched, and because I wanted to like stake it out and see him before he saw me. Well, I mean, he was doing the same thing, so neither one of us said, yeah, but we did. We called each other. We met, and that was before Linda. Yeah, but he lives so far away that we didn't see a lot of each other, but we talk all the time.
Okay.
He's a good guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is super awesome.
Yeah. Then we've got one in downtown Denver. Very, very cool guy.
Okay.
One in the mountains. Very cool guy. Got 3 or 4 around the city. Um, yeah, that I love. It's made all the difference for me to have TIs around.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To have somebody to call.
That's awesome. Are you still friends with this guy to the day?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We talk all the time.
That is awesome. That is
Yeah.
super awesome. That is super
There's
awesome.
one that came and saw me last week. I had a lot of TIs come see me last week. So
Mm.
yeah, very very cool.
Definitely, man. And big shout out to him and for everybody who came through to express their condolences and everybody who came to check out on you, man. That big shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
definitely important, man.
Everybody. I was a mess, so I didn't call anybody, but it meant the world to me that I got all these messages and all these. I just yeah, it was hard. It was been a hard week. Been a hard week. During his memorial, I actually came and hid.
Really?
Um, I had a lot of bail bonds and bounty hunters in my house. There's a little bit more testosterone than I was prepared for.
Okay. Okay.
Just so it was a lot.
Okay.
So I'm grateful for the time that we had together.
That's awesome. You want to talk a little bit about that? You want to talk about some of the times y'all had together?
I'll talk about when I asked him out. I'm the one that asked him out, and I took a chance. Oh my gosh, it was pretty desperate actually, but I took a chance anyway. He was roommates with my ex-brother-in-law.
Okay.
So, and I think I was dropping off the kids, and he was getting suited up, and he looked good. Oh, he looked good, and and so as he's walking by, I knew it was my only chance to he was on his way out the door. So I said, "Hey, Joe, I'd love to see more of you." And I said, "It was really great seeing you. I'd love to see more of you." And he shut the door. And then my brother-in-law looks at me and kind of sticks out his tongue. And he opens up the door and goes, "Wait, did you say something?" And I said, "I'd like to see more of you." And he said, "Write your number down on my desk and I'll give you a call." And he did. And we were together ever since then.
Hmm.
And I'm glad I took the chance because that's when I was in a really bad place. And I just thought, what the hell? I mean, I didn't look all that great. You know how girls are. And
Okay.
I was just kind of a mess, and it wasn't, and I took a chance anyway. I'm so glad I did. I went on 11 bad dates before that.
Hmm.
But I tell TIs, you got to be a little bit outgoing because otherwise you'll never meet somebody. You got to meet them by accident or something, or you're going to believe they're infiltrated in your life. I mean, you got to be a little bit outgoing. Be vigilant, but still, yeah. And so glad I did.
And that blossomed into
Well, this is what curled my toes. Our first date, he didn't bring out his phone the whole time. And I'm talking, I didn't, yeah, I didn't even see his phone. That was a big deal. That completely curled my toes. So, yeah, we second and third date, and We had just moved in together. And, yeah, I miss him terribly.
Man, big shout out to him, man. Let me see here. Oh, Meeks B, man. Big shout out to
Hey,
Meeks B. What up, Migos? What's going on? Welcome to the podcast. Is she still on? Man, big shout out to Meeks, man. That's one of my really good friends, man. I love Meeks. She's got an awesome channel on YouTube, man. She does interviews with T.I. She does a lot. She does a lot, man. We just gotta look at it.
Guys, I know, and she's not. Bless her heart. Bless her heart.
Oh yeah.
I've been watching.
Oh yeah. She was out there in Chicago for the August 29th T-Day celebration, man. We were out there in a major way. Big shout out to her, man. That is one of my good friends. We got a bunch of comments here. Let's see here. Self-contented says, just be nice and friendly to everyone. Prophecy. All right. That's some great advice there. It helps make this existence easier. That's awesome. That's a whole fact. Let's see here. She says, oh no, the line. Oh, yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, they like to do little things, but we got to keep the stream going, keep the podcast going, because this is NEXXTIME. This is the best time. And, you know, we're talking about some things here. Laura and just lost somebody that was very dear to her heart. Guys, if you can send her some prayers, send her some positive energy, man. She's going through a lot of things right now. Man, big shout out to Migs, man. I didn't even see her. I didn't even see that. See her in the comment section in there. She says, I'm at work, so can't stay long, but I just wanted to say, look at it.
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 No, seriously, we're thinking about doing a comic strip. T.I. is focusing more on, you know, why people don't see this than what they do.
You just gotta look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Want to hear my quotes from the Credibles? I've never read you quotes from the Credibles.
From the Credibles. Now, you want to wait? Hold up. Before you get into it. The Credibles. What is the Credibles? Can you give us a little?
I call it quotes from the Credibles. This is just, I collect quotes, and this is just quotes from people I guess people that you would know, but you're in here, so. Yeah.
Hey, one of the Credibles.
Oh, I don't know.
Guys, I made it. I'm one of the Credibles. I made it. That's awesome.
Anyway, do you want me to read this up? So, I got Frank Olson Jr.
Okay.
Eric Olson. He did the documentary Wormwood. His dad died in 1943.
Okay.
I believe the first MK Ultra victim, perhaps, or. But he says about this is bigger than just my family. This is all our families. What are you going to tell your kids? Frank Olson said they laughed at me to his wife when he came home that day. Bill Binney, no other country could achieve what this country has done to ourselves. Every American needs to stand up and oppose this.
Yes, they do.
We got Brian too.
Brian too.
Brian too. De-pattern, not deprogram, because he'll bite your head right off. Catherine Stewart, your stupidity does not equal my insanity. I love that. Neil, light makes dark disappear. Frank Allen, they're stepping on my head. Eric Prince, you know who that is? He says, keep it simple, stupid.
Wow. And these are the Credibles.
Yeah, Shayla says,
whoa. Let's go to the next one.
Ella Free says,
okay.
Everyone has their own experience. Although she said something recently that
That's true. Big shout out to Ella.
That's true. She said something, if I am going to get through this, I need wings. I guess that's how she picked her email.
Okay.
I like that. Because you know what? When I first I realized this, I said, I'm going to need a crew, I'm going to need, but I'm going to need wings.
Okay.
Then we got Nathan Stompton. It's as real as toothpaste.
Okay.
Dr. John Hall, there are too many security clearances. Yeah, well, that's simple and to the point. My friend Jack, who died in 2016,
Rest in peace to him.
technology is not bad, it's who's running it and
That's
also
right.
what they intend on doing with it.
That's a fact. That is a whole fact.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Then Paul, that's all I got is Paul. They have technology, not power.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that quote.
Dave Chappelle, what you do in life informs the next generation before us.
Okay. I like that quote.
Nathan, my friend Nathan says, keep learning. Kanye West says, when he realized, feelings matter, bro. Or, I'm not out of
Feelings.
control. Feelings matter, bro. When he found out about this, he kind of had a meltdown on stage, and he said, feelings matter, bro, because if you heard his rant, you'd understand. Anyway, he also says, I'm not out of control, I'm just not under your control.
Okay.
Kid
Okay.
Cudi says, kids see ghosts. Slipknot says, I'm too busy being calm to disappear.
And these
That's
are
what I
this is your list of the credibles?
incredible. That's right. Maybe I should call him something different.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Do you want me to keep going? Okay, I got Frank Zappa.
Okay, big shout out to Frank Zappa.
It's slime coming out of your TV set. Tupac, awake and take your position.
I like that one.
Edward Snowden, the truth is coming and it cannot be stopped. Steven Schellenberger, fuck him.
Whoa.
I gotta appreciate that one. Rhonda Pence, if you feel confused, it's because somebody's trying to confuse you.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, his concert was supposed to be, the name of it was Be God's Glow. That reminds me of you. I don't know why.
Okay.
Anyway, Puff Daddy, I'll be watching you. Elon Musk, I got Love is the Answer. This is one of my favorites. Midge Mathis, we are all rock stars.
Oh, big shout out to Midge Mathis. Big shout out to her. Targeted Justice. Yes.
I'm so glad she did her testimony tonight.
I love Midge.
Yeah,
I've actually met Midge. Man, she was beautiful, man. I love her.
Dang, lucky.
Yeah. Met her in Chicago there.
Or in Chicago. You
Oh
got
yeah.
Next Level.
Okay.
You know God is watching you, watch me.
That's right. That's a whole fact. Hold up. That was amazing. That's right. He is watching. He's definitely watching.
He's watching.
Oh yeah.
And we got let me see, Ryan, you talking to me? We got Dane Whittington. Okay. You could be the grain of sand that tips the scales. I think that one's important because, you could be the grain of sand that tips the scales.
Okay.
We got Martin Luther King. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.
Ring that one more time. Ring it back.
In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that
was amazing. That's right. Clap it up. Clap it up. All right.
It was, yeah, just, can you imagine having an impact like that? Anyway, this is an anonymous man targeted from 1963.
Really?
Yeah. I truly believe that the heart and spirit can be illuminated and lifted by viewing, hearing, or reading a heartfelt work. So, I like that one too.
Okay.
We have John Kennedy. Trouble creates a capacity to handle it.
John Ben. Big shout out to him. Kennedy was a legend. Big shout out to him.
Yeah, we've got Elsa E. Facing truth is the greatest act of love.
Okay. I like that too.
Yeah,
I
Kate
like
Ryan,
that.
give people a chance.
Give them a chance.
Give people
You
a
got to give
chance.
people a chance, man. Give people a chance to show you who they are. They will show you, and when they show you, believe them.
Yeah,
Right? Believe them.
important.
Oh yeah.
We have Andrew Hale. It seems AI has the power of the Matrix without the need for us to be
Okay.
plugged into a pod.
Okay.
Mike from the mountains, we're fighting each other. If we're fighting each other, we can't fight the enemy.
Okay. That's a fact. Oh man. One more time.
If we're fighting each other, we can't fight the enemy.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right.
And then
If
we've
we're
got
if we're
Kathy O'Brien.
fighting
Wow.
each other, we can't fight the enemy.
Yep.
That's the whole fact.
And seems a lot of that lately. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
give people a
Definitely.
chance. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, you have to, like that's what I do, And a lot of people, Laura, like they have situations where things don't go according to plan or they don't go right, and then they just automatically assume that everybody is doing the same thing that person might have did, or you know what I mean? Like sometimes it happens even in relationships, like when some people, like, oh, this girl cheated on me, Laura. So if I meet this other girl, I'm gonna just automatically assume she's gonna cheat on me now, right? No,
Yeah.
man, you gotta leave the past in the past, and you gotta give people a chance. But that's just all around the board. Ti, no Ti.
Yep.
You gotta live your life, man, and keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, no matter what. Big shout out to Robert Dix. He said Ti's must unite, and that's a fact. I love it. I love it. All right.
Yep. Divided we secrets. Their power is eroding.
Okay. You want to say that one more time? You want to say that one more time? We got some connecting issues here, but I would appreciate that. Run that back one more time for me, my friend.
Electromagnetic weaponry. Uh-oh. Forgot it. Thought I had it. I had it, guys. Okay, so artificial intelligence operates the electromagnetic weaponry. By telling their secrets, their power is eroding.
I like that, man. I like that too. And guys, everybody watching right now, I want you guys to wish Laura Ann a happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday, guys, everybody. Everybody, it's Laura's birthday. It's Laura's birthday. Can you type it in right now? If you guys want to call us up right now real quick, Laura's gonna make a quick move. It's just her birthday, guys. Wish her some birthday love, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is NEXXTIME. This is the best time, guys. This is the podcast for the people. And guys, if you guys want to be a guest on NEXXTIME at any time, hit me up in the comment section. My contact info is always in the comment section on NEXXTIME. Well, not in the comment section, but in the description, guys, right? Always in the description on NEXXTIME. You can always find me. Hit me up anytime if you guys want to. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, 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 hey. It's your birthday. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, type it in right now. Send Laura Ann some birthday love, some positive vibes. She definitely need it, man. She's going through some things. Send her some virtual hugs. Send her some virtual love. She has a conference call. Her contact information is in the description. If you guys ever want to, get a hold of her, hit her up on her conference call, man. We got to make it lit for Laura Ann, man. She is definitely one of the, the guys, the people that yeah, man. But she goes above and beyond for TIs, like she goes over and above the call of duty, man. And, I commend her for that, and I have so much respect and for admiration for everything that she does. And look at these birthday wishes, man. You guys are so awesome, man. Look at that. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
To me.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Laura Ann. The people love you, man. They love
Ah,
you. They love.
what am I doing on there? Good heavens. Yeah, there's a delay, so I see it like 4 seconds later. I know.
Man,
I
well,
just did
that's
my
you
little happy
know.
dance. Did my little happy dance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Oh yeah, man. You got any plans, man? You got anything that you want to see happen
Nick's taking me
special?
out for a drink.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
doing.
That's totally awesome, man. Everybody's
Yeah,
wishing happy birthday here.
yeah. He wandered in last night. Listen to the call. So that
Okay,
was pretty cool.
okay,
You know when you have somebody that's not a target and they're listening to the call, you kind of hold your breath. So
okay, okay.
um,
I mean, me personally, I just, if anybody, I mean, you got people that's, like Meeks, man. Meeks B, big shout out to her.
Nix,
She's not
Nix.
a TI, but
She isn't. That's
she's an
right.
advocate for the
She is.
community, man, and she goes above and beyond, and just people like her, I just know that God is, blessing them and doing amazing things
Yeah.
with them and working through them, and it
I
just,
would have a real hard time if I wasn't a target to advocate for targets. Yeah, that'd be hard.
yeah,
I mean, that's a big
yeah,
deal. It's a big.
yeah, yeah, because a lot of people, if it's not directly affecting them or happening to them, they don't get it, or they don't care, and there's people
Yeah.
out here who really do care, and I
But
just want you to have a happy birthday, man. I do, Laura. I wish I was there, man. I would do whatever I could to make this day very special for you, man.
oh yeah, it'll be special. I mean, you know, how special can it be? 45. Phew.
Man, make sure you guys smash those thumbs up. Thank you guys for smashing those thumbs up. Should I say that? Let me rephrase that. Thank you guys for being awesome and smashing those thumbs up. And if you guys want to hit Laura up, man, you can add her on. You can follow her on Instagram. You can send her an email. She's got a website. You want to talk about the Omni TI website
Oh
she's working
yeah, the
on?
OmniTI website. I
You want,
got OmniTI. Well, there's a lot of those. OmniTI.wixsite.com/call/memorial/ There's a lot of them. Slash. Yeah, but those are um, mostly. Yeah, my story's up on. Well, the short version, I believe, is up on Frank's website.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, and
Check
that's
it out
targeted
there.
Massachusetts, right?
Yep.
Big shout
Yep.
out to
When
him.
you go to when you go to targeted individuals up there, you've got to kind of go to the little. There's a little arrow. You don't just scroll. I don't know.
Okay, okay,
So
okay. Voice
yeah.
says smoke one. Voice says smoke one. Happy birthday. He said you made it another year.
That's
No,
you. I got
Robert Dix
yep.
says you made it another year. Nobody
Another
says
year.
happy birthday.
Oh my goodness, another year.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing, Lord. It's a
It is a
blessing,
blessing.
man. It's a
It is.
blessing, man. Keep that pretty smile on, and you're gonna have an amazing night, and great things are coming to you, and you know,
Yeah.
I just Joe's with you, man. He's with you, man. He's
Yeah.
giving you big hugs from heaven right now. He's with you, man, and he's
Well,
proud. He's proud of you for being brave. He's gonna be with you until you take your last breath on this earth. And I know
I
you
think
can
he
feel.
left me his strength.
Oh yeah,
I do. I feel like he left me his strength. I don't know if that's possible, but yeah.
he's
Huh.
with you. He's definitely with you, my friend. And was definitely a great guy. He will be missed, man. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
Um, New Creation said, "Wow, she's smiling so pretty." Yeah, yes she
Yeah.
is. Yes she is, man. Do you have any closing words that you want to, tell the people before we get out of here, Laura? And
They might
anything?
not be. Reach out if you can. They might not be a perp.
It might
Might
not
not.
be.
Might not be.
Oh yeah.
The armor of God is what we need to protect us, and I think we have the tools to win this war right now. I just don't know what they are. So, you
Okay.
know, I know Next does. I know that we all have something in common, which would be compassion, empathy, and we care. All of us are creative. I've noticed that we all have this really creative side, but unfortunately none of us speak the same language, and none of us, we're all from different places, and so we've got to give people a chance, just like, I think it was Kate Ryan said, we need to give people a chance.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And let the people know, man, to about your conference call, and to join you on your conference call, man. Let them know.
Yeah, it's midnight Monday. That's Nexx's time. It's 10 o'clock Mountain Time, and it's in the description below.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
I would just have to say love out to all TIs. Stay strong. Try to do something that you like today.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Even more, try to do something fun today.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day. Try to do something fun every day.
Oh yeah, man. And guys, never forget, TI Lives Matter is the movement.
TI Lives
Matter. Okay? TI Lives Matter always, all day, every day, yesterday, tomorrow, next week. TI Lives will still matter, okay? Don't forget about the TI rally coming in April 26th, 27th in Sacramento, California. Yay. I will be there. My good friend Laura Ann, you're gonna be there, right? You pulling up?
Yes, I will. I will be there. Yeah,
and to everybody who can't, make it there, we will be streaming it live, so you guys can, check out, all the festivities and everything that's gonna be happening.
Also, the balloon launch, St. Patrick's Day, 1 o'clock. Let a balloon go, green. It's not going to stop this, but maybe you'll find a TI in your area.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. That I always encourage that, man, to connect with other TIs. I've had situations where things kind of went left, but that still didn't hinder me from moving forward and connecting with other people and talking to people. And I talk to people every day. I talk to them when I can, and I know sometimes. I make plans to do. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do this and that happens, and then I get like a sleep frequency or something, and I can't get out of bed, or I'm up and I'm just not, or things happen sometimes. God, please forgive me for that. I'm not perfect, and I'm doing my best here, and we're gonna be picking things up. You guys gonna see a lot of things happening here on the channel. So again, man, if you guys want to be a guest on NEXXTIME, just hit me up. Let me know. We can definitely make it happen. We can have this conversation. Hopefully, you guys take something from it, and put a smile on your face, and you can connect with somebody. And when this thing ends, if you can connect with somebody in the chat or whatever the case may be, that would be awesome. Do anything you can to prevent this isolation that they try to keep us in this little box where we're just all alone, afraid and scared. Because you don't have to be afraid. You really don't. Laura, let me ask you one quick question before we get out of here. I know you got to get to the birthday celebration, but what was it? What did you do to snap out of the fear? That, like, what was it like? What helped you get over the fear? Let me rephrase that. What helped you get over the fear?
I fell in love. Fell in love.
There you have it, folks. Love is the key. Love is the answer.
Yeah.
It will never steer you wrong. True love is what we need. It's what we all need. Right? That's what we all strive for, that unconditional love. And then you got to question, right? Ask yourself, why do they try to keep us from that? Why do they try to starve us from that? That's a real answer to that, Think about it,
Think about it, guys.
Yeah, guys, connect with another TI today, man. Let the world know TI Lives Matter. This has been NEXXTIME Volume 20 with my good friend Laura Ann. Everybody wish her a happy birthday. Don't forget about her conference calls on Mondays, midnight Eastern time, wherever you are. The link is in the description if you want to, hit her up on IG, Instagram. Wish her a happy birthday, man. Send her an email. Connect with her, man. She's a really good people's, man. And we just love you guys, and we thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. I will be back with more insight and info on my channel. More videos, more music, more podcasts, more surprises to come. You guys keep your eyes open. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you are alerted when we are live. And this has been NEXXTIME. Until next time.
Until next time.
Surround sound recordings.
show you